guys, so today I'm going to be doing the review for the Unoa boy body. I'm going to do a separate video for how to buy Unoas. I want to just do a little more research on that because I actually did buy him on the marketplace on DOA, so I haven't actually had experience buying from any of those online dealer things for the Unoa site because it's in Japanese. So anyway, this is Unoa BL. He's Unoa 1.5, which is the double jointed body. All of the boys are the double jointed bodies, and the newer girls are double jointed, but if you get a 1.0, I believe they're single jointed, or it's the old girl body, but the boys are only in this version. And also I'm under the impression that the girl and the boy bodies are jointed the same. I don't have a girl and I've never seen a girl or be able to work with one, so I'm not exactly 100% sure. But anyway, you'll get the gist of it. So Unoas have a faceplate system that I'm just going to take off because his head likes to flop around. I have to suede it. Okay, I have that taped on because this is actually an artist headback by Buff on DOA. She actually still has some for sale, so if you're interested and you need a headback, which is pretty common with Unoas, you might want to look into that. They're only like 30 bucks or something. So they have a faceplate system. You can actually buy an eye mechanism for them that you can move their eyes around. I don't have one for him because I got his face separately. So it just fits onto notches that are right there that fit into the ears, and then it just slides on like that. So it's a really easy system. And then for arms, you got your pretty average shoulder. There are really tiny, I don't know if you'll be able to see, really tiny nubs on the shoulders that go into really tiny grooves in here. Now I find these don't really do much. They do like a minimal amount of anything, so they kind of might as well not even be there. However, if you were to suede the shoulder with hot glue, or actual suede, then the shoulders would be able to hold different poses. Now the shoulders aren't that bad themselves as they are, but it's not the best. Like, he can't hold his arm up that way. He can hold it out sideways though, which is fine. Then the elbows are double jointed, but they're not like a traditional double joint. They have a peanut, but it's a strangely shaped peanut. So the way that it fits in, when you pop out the double joint, you kind of have to like fiddle with it a little bit. It doesn't just come out naturally, and his arms don't always want to use this double joint. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. It's kind of a working process. You gotta kind of be nice to them, otherwise they won't move for you. Anyway, but that's basically when you get the double joint to kick in, you get that. You don't get a full, complete bend because of the way that the joint is. It's not like a giant peanut, it's just a little kind of thing, so the arm can't bend any more than that, which is fine, and it's still better than a single jointed doll, so I'm not complaining there. And the elbows, when they're actually straight, I just want to point this out, they look really nice because they fit together nicely. It's not just kind of like upper arm tube, lower arm tube, and then they just kind of go. It actually, like, there's grooves for them to fit in, so it's nicer aesthetically. And then of course, without using the double joint, you get just average bendable movement. And then for the wrists, it's just your average wrist. Nothing really going on there except for the fact that Unoa hands are the prettiest things ever. I actually really like them a lot more than any other hands that, like, better than the mini fees, better than pretty much everything else. I don't got a lot of movement, nor do I have a lot of grammar. But virtually no wrist movement. His wrist doesn't lock up or down, and it does not move side to side with locking. So basically, your hand is in a static position. It moves with the elbow, and you can twist it around, but you're not going to get any of this, which is not the hugest issue ever. Now for twister jointing, Unoas have one joint in the middle of their body. It's not a triple jointed torso. However, what they do have is kind of a funny little back insert thing. And what this does, okay, let's see. Okay, there we go. A torso locks, what I find compared to other bodies, it locks upright and then you move it forward. Okay. You move it forward, and that's how far forward it goes, and then that's locked upright, and then you move it back. So it's kind of different from other bodies, because other bodies, most of the time, it's you move it forward and then it locks forward, and then you move it back and it locks back. But this is kind of, it's locked upright and then you have to move it forward and back. So it's not the greatest range of motion there. That's pretty much how far back it goes, and then how far forward. So not a lot of slouching. Back is better, but what he does have is side to side, which a lot of dolls do not have, which is an advantage, I think. Then for hips, it's pretty much a average non-Swariko leg hip, leg, upper thigh joint. What they do have though is a nub right on the back of their legs. So what that does is when they're sitting, you pop out that and it holds their legs up like that and supports them so that they don't fall backwards when they're sitting down. Now he's leaning back now, but if I lean him forward, then that's sitting. Because you'll find a lot of dolls that, say for example on the Dollstown elf girl that I have, when she's sitting she likes to just completely flop over backwards because there's nothing that's preventing her from doing that. So those nubs are an advantage, I find. And also, the way that the Unoas are designed, there's a little notch on the butt part that prevents this, that prevents it from twisting. So your legs can only twist so far, and it's not out of the natural range of movement for a human. So I think this is quite a clever design, actually. Then for knees, just your average single jointed knees. You can bend them, or you can straighten them. There's nothing special going on there, except the fact that they look really cool. Because Unoas have really nicely sculpted legs. And then feet. Pretty feet. The feet, I believe this is only on the boy bodies. The toes are separated so that you can put sandals on them. I don't think the girls are like that though, so watch out. Foot movement is pretty much the same as wrist movement. There's little to none of it. It doesn't really lock anywhere. That's as far as you can point down, and normal. So there's nothing really there, and side to side, of course, there's a tiny bit, but not a whole lot. Anyway, so that is my review for this boy. I'll be doing another video again on how to actually buy them. I've kind of understand the process, but it's not 100% clear, so I'm gonna wait till I kind of completely understand it, and then I'll be able to actually explain it. So yeah, see you guys next time.